Hey guys, and welcome to another Pokémon Sun Moon anime review. This time I'm reviewing episode 49, Lillie and Silvally, the Resurrected Memory. This episode was pretty special as it was the 1000th episode of the entire Pokémon anime, so I had pretty high hopes for this episode. And while this episode was pretty good and emotional in some aspects, I can't help but have mixed feelings about it, but I've got quite a lot to tell about this episode, so take a seat and enjoy the video. The episode started off like the last few episodes, with Lillie writing in her diary and recalling the events of last episode. This time however, the animation was different as Lillie was sad she was once again unable to touch Pokémon, and when Sharon tried to get to her, she once again tells it to stay away in fear. The best thing about this part was definitely the animation, as this scene in particular really looked great. We next get to see Gladion scolding Ash for allowing Nebby to teleport Lillie to him, what happened in last episode, which caused this whole dilemma. Man, you could really see how bad Ash felt, and I actually felt kinda bad for him as well. Later, Gladion heads back to the motel he's residing at. Cool that he lives in a motel, like in the games by the way. But there he is welcomed by none other than Faba, who wants Type Null back as he heard about how Lillie is once again unable to touch Pokemon. The two then engage in a battle, but Gladion's Lycanroc and Umbreon are swiftly defeated by Faba's Alakazam and Hypno. And before Gladion can send out Type Null, Faba has Hypno put Gladion to sleep with hypnosis, allowing the scientist to steal Type Null back again. So this was it for the beginning of this episode, and I have to say this first part was really good. It was serious and had interesting moments in general, especially the confrontation between Gladion and Faba. I was pretty surprised though that Faba was able to defeat Gladion with ease. Apparently he is a pretty good trainer himself. In that scene as well, it is revealed that Gladion stole Type Null because Faba mistreated it by putting restraints on it and experimenting on it and all that stuff. So Gladion's motivation of stealing Type Null is pretty much the same as in the games. The next part though was kinda fillerish. Lillie is sitting in class, sad, but gets cheered up by her friends. She attempts to touch Chiron again but fails. So yeah, just the regular stuff. After this though, we get a scene about Ash and Lillie walking home, where they talk about Ash's encounter with Gladion. Lillie tells Ash she remembered the fear she felt when Type Null charged at her when she was teleported to it in the last episode, and she really wonders how she was able to forget such an experience. Ash quickly decides to cheer Lillie up by showing her Pikachu's funny faces, which Lillie is thankful for. Lillie then decides she wants to remember everything, which prompts Nebby to teleport her and Ash to all sorts of places from her past. This sequence was just really well done. We see images of Lillie's precious memories with her mother and Gladion. Man, this was just so well done. The music really fitted and made this even more emotional and all that good stuff. Also, we got to see a picture of Lusamine in a wedding dress standing next to her husband, I'm assuming. But of course, her husband is covered by sunlight. So maybe this is a hint we will get to see Lillie's father in the future, which is Moon, I'm assuming, since he's her father in the games. If so, this was a cool little hint. After all this, Nebby teleports them once again, but this time to the labs of the Aether Paradise. We then get to see Faba stuffing Type Null's Pokeball away in his drawer, as he says to himself that Lusamine must not find out about the incident from 4 years ago. His Ultra Aura reader then detects something, and using the security cameras, Faba sees Lillie and Ash down in the labs, causing him to fear if Lillie may have remembered everything again. So this part confirms Lusamine has absolutely nothing to do with Lillie's incident. Her innocence is further proven in the next scene, in which Gladion confronts her and asks her for Type Null. Lusamine, however, has no idea what Gladion is talking about and even didn't know Faba stole it from him. She then remembers that Type Null was the name of a project Faba had worked on once, but according to him, the project was a failure. Gladion then reveals the project wasn't a failure at all, as Type Null had saved him and Lillie in the past, and finally decides to tell everything he knows to his mother. So Lusamine really is innocent. And apparently this is all Faba's own doing and he has been lying to Lusamine. This scene finally confirms this. It was also really satisfying to finally see everything fall into place. But I don't understand though why Gladion hadn't told Lusamine about this earlier. Perhaps he suspected her of being involved with Faba, but still, she's his mother. He could have at least confronted her, I feel, and find out her innocence much earlier. Next we get to see Faba asking Team Rocket to help him erase Lillie's memories. But the trio declines, as according to them memories are precious and make who a person is. This was pretty cool to see in my opinion. We then get to see Ash, Pikachu, Rotom and Chiron getting attacked by Faba's Alakazam and Hypno, allowing Faba to kidnap Lillie. Meanwhile though, Gladion and Lusamine are searching for Type Null's Pokeball in Faba's lab and eventually find it, until they hear alarms going off. During their search, Gladion tells Lusamine that despite everything that happened to Lillie, Lusamine still wants to meet Ultra Beast, as that's just the person she is. He also blames her for not suspecting anything when Lillie suddenly became unable to touch Pokemon, as despite Faba's lies, as a mother she should have at least been able to sense something going on. Meanwhile, Faba is about to have Hypno erase all of Lillie's memories, but Ash is teleported to them in time, disrupting the hypnosis. Ash is quickly subdued by Faba, but just in time Gladion and Lusamine arrive. Upon seeing Type Null again, Lillie screams in fear, causing Type Null to break free from its helmet and evolve into Silvally. Silvally then attacks Alakazam, freeing Lillie from its psychic, which causes her to remember everything again. About how she wandered into the labs looking for her mother and how she stumbled upon Faba opening an Ultra Wormhole. In this flashback we can see a Nihilego appearing from the wormhole and it attacked Lillie. And while Faba was frozen in fear, Silvally came to the rescue and drove Nihilego back into the wormhole. Remembering this all causes Lillie to finally realize that Silvally didn't attack her back then but rather saved her. Gladion then throws a dark memory at Silvally, turning it into a dark type and allowing it to knock Faba's Pokemon out. And while everyone is happy Lillie is okay, Faba manages to sneak off. Really? No one stopped the guy? Okay. Lillie thanks Silvally for saving her once again and actually managed to hug it, revealing that along with regaining her memory she also regained her ability to touch all Pokemon again. And with this the episode ends. So far I pretty much had only positive things to say about this episode. So why did I have mixed feelings, you ask? Well, let me explain. So I thought this whole episode and Lily's fear as well were just rushed. In this one episode Lillie regained her memories, overcame her fear, Type Null evolved and Faba got stopped, well at least for now. We all know he's gonna return next episode anyways. But it really only took a trip to some places of her past and experiencing Silvally saving her again to help Lillie regain her memories again. And while I don't really have anything against this, it only lasted like 5 minutes in total. In my opinion, it would have been a lot better if this episode was divided in 2 parts. The first one focusing a lot more on Lillie trying to regain her memories, and the second one could have been about the whole confrontation with Faba and Type Null evolving. But now though Lily's whole fear arc is pretty much over, and I just feel like so much potential was wasted. Lily's backstory really made her one of the most interesting characters in the entire anime. But all the episodes that focused on her fear in the past were just about her trying to touch a Pokemon and eventually succeeding. So yeah, that's just why I think her whole fear thing could have been handled a lot better. As for Type Null, I would have loved more focus on it before evolving. It had like 4 appearances before this episode and most of them were just cameos. And now it has already evolved. Maybe we'll get to see more backstory to it in the future, let's hope for that. But yeah, I thought Type Null was just pretty rushed as well. Also the transitions in this episode were pretty much non-existent. What I'm meaning is, for example, when Gladion was put to sleep by Faba and the next time we see him, he's suddenly with his mother at the Aether Paradise. This just felt off. I know it's just a minor thing and we can just assume he woke up and went to the paradise afterwards, but it just bothered me. As for the animation, to be honest, I expected more. As this was the 1000th episode of the anime, I was hoping for the animators to overwhelm us with well animated scenes, but I was kinda disappointed. The episode definitely had some good parts like Lily's facial expression in the beginning or Type Null's evolution, but the rest was just decent. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't mind-blowing, it was just decent. So in the end, it definitely was a good episode, but it could have been handled a lot better if it just didn't feel as rushed. Anyways, I hope you liked my review. If you did, be sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!